turn this up a little bit. There we go.
Yeah. I had to find as many rhymes as I could for Mark Palin. Mark Palin, bacterial pathogen. It's like analyze the DNA quick, break apart the pattern, call the maven of deoxyribonucleic acid, crack the genome of a bacterial pathogen with metagenomics. Let's take a moment. It's Mark Palin. There's even a Prevotella genus named after him. Paliniella, the model of bacterial nomenclature. Mark Palin, known for making science and art happen. After I got my start rapping, I owe the rest to Mark Palin. You gotta give it to the visionary of Birmingham. There's a lot to cover whenever the topic's concerning him, with collaborations from Warwick to Swansea to Cardiff, to encyclopedia entries on the legacy of Charles Darwin. Maybe I'm partial, I only represent one side, but my favorite project of Mark's was his Evolution Rough Guide at the Charles Darwin Bicentennial 2009. He suggested I complement it with a new style of rhyme. Mark was like, can you rap about Darwin's key thesis? I was like, well, even the breeders in ancient Egypt couldn't see it, and they had no idea back in the day how to rework all the features of a species of sheep, or how to increase the sweetness of their peaches every season whenever they chose to breed it or to seed it or to feed it, or whatever they chose to weed it out and delete it because they didn't see it as needed. Whether the preferences in question were for bigger chicken breasts or whippets with a thinner midsection, or if it was just an inner predilection to pick the best in any mixed collection. That's called artificial selection. And then Mark suggested I call my record the Rap Guide. That's right, his stroke of insight made a career out of my pastime. The Rap Guide to Evolution. He made a few corrections, a few lyrical variants perished, natural selection. I was already pretty good at flipping a lyrical track, but Mark was the one who dubbed it peer-reviewed rap, and I was off to the races, young and hungry for greatness, and produced 8 rap guides. Science communication, Mark interrupted my plans at the time and corrected them, cause Mark loves to interrupt. Take it from Brendan Wren, he interrupted more than one career in the process. Take it from science communication professor, we heard it from Alice Roberts, talent curation. Mark was a marksman who hit some targets. Evolution, any friend of his is a friend of Darwin's. That's why a career in science is never a lonely road. Mentoring PhDs beginning with Martin Antonio, adventures in African research, swelling the ranks in the Medical Research Council. Una in Gambia thanks him. So does the entire profession of microbial genomics. The Klein Big Data site had its original moments, and Mark's frustration with bureaucratic overloading. He was like, okay, let's build a website. Nick Loman will give you a post and we'll call it whatever works. Something like Web Development Resource Officer. Mark was a weaver, from Dominic with his Jamaican IMI to the Microbiology Institute known as IMI. Mark was a builder, but hey, all of his fights were just changing scientific institutions with pure righteousness. And when the reaction from the funding body was not 100, Mark would argue persuasively, I don't care, you gotta fund it. He's got his own style, but the legacy's gotta stand. His worst mistake, doing presentations in Comic Sans, which is not so bad. With the eye of Sauron watching, it sees him, but you can't stop the Hobbit's quest with Mark and Scott Beatson, lounging around with John Heath and exchanging mad ideas. Who knows, maybe Mark's next project won't even have bacteria. What's the next floundering science that Mark's gonna save? Retirement is amazing, John told us from beyond the grave. Well, so what? Whatever's next, I'm ready for it. I say here we go. We got Amr Al-Jawa Bresh. He can host him again in Jericho. The point is, whatever you do next, Mark, you have options. We all know the truth. Myasthenia gravis really can't stop him. From the Rough Guide to the Rap Guide with the fly instrumentals, Mark is the guide to the guide. And yes, every guide is essential. So whatever the guide is to, Mark's role will be central, as long as he takes to his desk and sharpens his pencil. It's like, analyze the DNA quick, break apart the pattern, call the maven of deoxyribonucleic acid, crack the genome of a bacterial pathogen with metagenomics. So let's take a moment, it's Mark Palin. There's even a Prevotella genus named after him, Paliniella. It's the model of bacterial nomenclature. Mark Palin, known for making science and art happen. After I got my start rapping, I owe the rest to Mark Palin. So let's all raise a glass and have a toast to Mark Palin.